Hello everyone. Yep, starts at 12 Eastern, so in about 18 minutes from when I'm saying this. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm still sick, but I'm gonna just deal with it. It's the deck I'm playing. It's basically what I played the previous event, minus a couple cards from 66 to 62. I still don't know what's right, but I've liked the deck so far. Yeah, not much to say that I haven't already said. I'm going to see my chair up a little bit. But yeah, I'm still not feeling the greatest, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Got a little bit of time. I don't know what Thea's doing for her stream. I think it should be starting soon as well. I'm interested to see what they say about stuff going into the event. I have a tough matchup. So does the other Amber Steel player. It's our worst matchup. I'm going to bring up here. I built it out in a more visible deck builder for me. So I'm playing against Ruby Sapphire, which is the worst matchup for the deck, for sure. There's no other matchup that comes close to as bad as for this deck as this deck does. It's the reason that this deck is popular is because it's preying on the Amber Steel deck that I've been successful with. There's 4 of them in the top 16. There's 3 of them in my side of the bracket, so hopefully if I win this one, my top 8 round will not have an Amber or a Ruby Sapphire matchup, but the semifinal might. But they have some tough matchups to get through too, some Emerald decks, which might give them some problems. My hope is to be able to win this one. I'm going first. I was in 3rd place after Swiss. I had a record of 6 2-0s, 1 0-2, and 2 1-1s. So 20 points, which was really good. The cut was at 18 points. Some people with 18 points did make it, some didn't. It's impossible to tell in any given event what's going to make the cut and what's not, because literally in the first round, everyone could go 1-1. The entire tournament could go 1-1. Then it's kind of like nothing happened, so it makes the cut even more muddy later in the game, later in the event. So, but yeah, this is the worst matchup for the deck. I did some testing. I played a lot against it. Sometimes I usually just choose to either like abandon the matchup and just like hope to dodge it, which I did up until the last round of yesterday, which I did beat at 2-0 actually in round 9. So it's definitely possible. The games that happens usually involve them stumbling. They are playing an 18 or 19 uninkable card deck, and I do have some disruption in Bear Necessities and 3 Bear Necessities, 3 Benja, which are my key cards in the early game to stop their acceleration. Games where they don't have Quill are night and day. Quill's their most important card in their deck. Fishbone Quill. It's the best Sapphire card. It's been the best Sapphire card since set 1. It's the only Sapphire card that's potentially removable from the format that I think could exist, because it enables so many crazy decks. Like this thing wouldn't be able to exist or function nearly as well without Quill. But yeah, it is what it is, and we're playing tough because we have no way to directly remove Tamatoa. We have to use a combination of things to kill it. It's got to be like Zeus plus strength, a shot from Tinkerbell plus a giant strength, which giant strength is hard to get with Beaver Beard in the deck. This deck isn't playing any locations, which is good for us. Not that locations are great in the matchup, but because they often just don't do anything, and people play them out too much. But it's just a card I don't have to worry about. Only 3 Queen of Hearts, so they're less likely to be able to kill some of my early characters. Only 2 Medusa, 2 Tremaine. I've seen this with more. They elected to play with more Scars, which means that my beasts are actually a lot better. Only 2 Medusas. 3 Let It Goes, which is a fine card, but it's not something they want to play early at all. Yeah, I played against 1 red-blue deck, if you're doing RB for red-blue, yeah. 1 Ruby Sapphire deck in round 9. But no, the Shield of Virtue is an interesting card. It lets them close a lot differently with Tamatoa. They don't ever have to expose it, which is kind of cool, to an attack. So it makes it even more difficult for me to kill. If we get to that stage of the game, I'm probably losing. Anyway, Scar is a big problem. It's very good against Amber Steel because it lets it be additional Beaver Bears essentially that I can't take with Bear Necessities. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a dog in this matchup, even going first in the set. We'll have to see how it plays out. Oh, my cats are making a bunch of noise. I'm hearing things. But yeah, we'll see. Getting to go first means that Bare Necessities is always going to be good. I can take even a 1-jump ahead in some clunky hands. The fact that they have 1-jump makes it so that they have a lot less likely chance of stumbling in early game if I have an early Whole New World. So even my on the play turn 3 Whole New World with Robin Hood Chain is not actually good enough sometimes if they 1-jump, because then they're kind of just at parity again with me, which 1-jump's a big breaker in this matchup. If they didn't have 1-jump, I'd feel a lot better about this. If they're playing something like Mickey, just because going first, being able to sing a Whole New World before they get any acceleration off is a huge deal. And yeah, and it's also really awkward to try and accelerate myself with the Lantern and sing maybe a Bare Necessities with a Cinderella on turn 1, because the Queen of Hearts can check the Cinderella. So that's a big tension point, and why by Cinderella is not going to be something I prioritize in the early game in this matchup, because of Queen of Hearts. It's only 3, as opposed to a lot of lists I've seen run 4. Teching in some Judy Hopps and some Shield of Virtues over more traditional, I'd say, 4th Queen of Hearts and maybe additional Judy Hopps. I don't know. The Shield of Virtues are the outliers for anomalies, I think, for the deck. Some let's play 1, but this is playing 2. But pretty stock, pretty standard, I'd say. But I'm sure they've been piloting it well. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an interesting game. I might just get crushed and it'll be done really fast. This will be a short video. I'm putting this up on YouTube afterwards too. So we'll see. My VOD from yesterday is available now. I don't know how to chop up a VOD properly. I might ask for some help on that if I wanted to put it to YouTube eventually. But we'll see. But if you want to go look at it, it has a lot of views already, which is cool. I had the entire day going, which is awesome. Again, I'm not feeling the greatest. My voice isn't really anything that you could deem presentable in any kind of coverage way, but I am here. Decking can come up. I am playing 62 cards. They're 60, but they do draw a lot more cards than I do. They have a lot of Develop Your Brain, Popsicles, which kind of cycle through. Grammatala cycles through. And on Pixelborn, to note, Grammatala is mandatory. It is not optional, even though it does read May on the card. They will be forced to select something. I hope that doesn't come up awkwardly, but it is something that does. That I just played some test games, so I think it came up exactly, actually. That they had to take a card with Grammatala and went from 2 to 1 cards in their deck when you're testing. And it was just like awkward because it does say May on the card, but I don't know how they'd want to deal with that ruling. But anyway, that's something that could be awkward and come up. That is mandatory. I don't know if Gaston's mandatory or not. It might be. But yeah. Greatest Criminal Mind's fine. If I could make room for... Sorry, I'm responding to the comment. If I could make room for the 4 of each queen, which I don't feel like I can right now, I would be more inclined to play maybe 1 or 2 copies, but I don't really like it that much. Your strength should be good enough in every matchup except for this, and that's kind of what I was talking about when I was saying abandoning fighting this matchup too hard. I only played against it once yesterday, and I did beat it 2-0. It's definitely winnable without it, but having a clean answer Tomato is really nice. And yes, in the mirror match, killing a Cinderella Stout-Hearted is very important too, and it's really difficult to do with damage-based spells. So it's definitely a possibility that I could be playing that going forward, or maybe at the challenge and land it or not. We'll see, depending on how prevalent this matchup is, or even if I play this deck. It changes from week to week. I couldn't find anything from last 2 weeks to this one that I liked more than Amber Steel consistently in a 2-game set format, so I didn't change it. I do have the PPG 5K in Kissimmee, Florida, next weekend, next Sunday, so a week from today. That's going to be best of 3. I might play something else other than Amber Steel just to try stuff out in preparation for the challenge, to see if I can maybe find a better version of like Mufasa that I like in best of 3 that can make work in best of 2. I know someone else in the top 16 was playing Mufasa. They're playing a different list than I've been playing. Someone actually I know and comes to my locals. Hopefully they do well, but they played a different version with no 1-cost characters in it, which was odd to me, but they just wanted to dodge a lot of the green decks, and they did successfully. They all ran into me, all the green decks, so there's that. But no, it's just a deck we're gonna have to fight through, and it is what it is. I'm gonna have the deck on my screen over here just for the match. I'll take some notes when I can, because I'm an old man. I'm an old man who needs notes right now. Try not to, but we're playing for something and it's allowed, so yeah. I don't see Thea's event going live yet, but imagine she's going to do some pregame show and have a bit of a delay on the games, so who knows when that starts. Yeah, if you really felt like you're going to play against a bunch of this deck, the issue also with World's Greatest Criminal Mind is that even if you have it in this deck, it has to work out to where like you don't ink it early, and it's like it's a pretty dead card in a lot of matchups. Like most matchups, you don't want to be killing a Maui with a card like that. You want to be finishing off with a Storm Mage on or something, or trading it off with a Tink Trigger or something maybe like that, or you want to be attacking into Maui and then with like a Cinderella or a Stitch and then healing it back up with Rapunzel. So like even if you can kill something with it, it's not like it was a very good exchange for you, because whatever they probably traded in with is going to be a problem for you to deal with anyway. The only exception being Tamatoa, of course. So yes, if you're specifically trying to gun for this matchup, then you have to think of scenarios where like they don't have a Tamatoa and you need to ink. You're just going to have to ink it because you need to play for your whole new world. So it's really like, it's a fine card to have in your deck, but I wouldn't play more than one. I think one of the changes I did make was the third Grab Your Sword over one World's Greatest yesterday. Or maybe on Friday. I don't remember. But I thought I was going to play against more green decks than otherwise, and let's just check really quick. I played against green purple, green purple, green purple, green purple, green steel. So 5 green decks and 1 RU, which is red blue. From Magic U is blue. Because I couldn't really put RS, because that's like Ruby Sapphire or Ruby Steel or something. Yeah. So I played against a lot more green decks that helped me get in there. I don't regret my deck decision not playing World's Greatest, but it is something to consider. If top cut like that's going to be for Ruby Sapphire decks, yeah, it's something you might want to have. But again, it's all just how the cards play out. You don't need it, but it's good to have, I guess. Benja's an interesting one. Benja and Bare Necessities are my key cards, but if you want to time them correctly, meaning giving your opponent the most chance to draw the card you want to take, you play the card the turn before. And oddly enough, like Bare Necessities and Benja actually are better positioned to line up on their cost to when you'd want to cast them on your opponent's turn on the draw. So they're actually much better on the draw than they are on the play, oddly enough. On the play, it's fine because Bare Necessities can take a 1-jump ahead, and then you can, let's just say you go turn 1 Hood, turn 2 Bare Necessities, then you can go shift Hood, sing Whole New World, and they could not, you got rid of their 1-jump ahead there. So that's something to consider it being better on the play for. On the draw, this hits Quill the turn before they can play it, meaning the most amount of cards they've seen before they can play it, so they'd have to rip it. This, on the draw, hits Quill the turn after they play it, so they only get 1 ink out of it, which is fine. It's not great for you, especially since you're on the draw, but it's fine. They don't also have a 1-jump ahead. So these are actually slightly better on the draw than they are on the play, but they're still good on the play, of course. I will probably play Benjas out just to kill anything. Shield is annoying. I'll definitely have Quills, but there's times where I'll hit Popsicles instead of Quills, depending on the game state. If I think that they need the Popsicle to heal up a Scar when it's attacking or something like that. It's a lot of dependencies. But the key takeaway for me is that my Beast is better in this matchup than it would otherwise be against decks with more Medusas. They only have 2. I'm going to be the aggressor in this matchup, even more so going second than first. My Whole New Worlds are both a win condition and a liability. They're a win condition and I can get really far ahead, and also I can potentially deck my opponent if they're spaced out well enough randomly. And also their liability because keeping my opponent who has the capability of accelerating way faster than I can with Quill, 1-jump ahead, things like that, and they get to their late game engine of 4 dragons, 4 Tamatoas, way better than I can. But it also can knock out cards like Be Prepared and those expensive cards that are hand early. I won't know often unless I Bare Necessities them if it's right to do, but it'll all depend on the games. There's really no way to know how this will play out perfectly, but I am at a disadvantage, I will say. That's all I really got. I'm going to start in a couple minutes, so let's just get to the going. I'm checking on the Discord. Let me get rid of this record. My face was, of course, covering the chat. Still is. Put this back up here. My deck list should be on my Twitter. Thank you for the support, everyone. We're going to get started soon. And again, apologies if you hear any background noise. My daughter's in the other room. My door has to stay open because the cats come in here a lot and they'll scratch the door constantly if they're not, because they're my kitties. They're my favorite little things. But yeah. Everyone will check in, and I'm checking in by saying I am here. This is me. Thought that'd blow up the image, but it's All Might, for those who don't know. I think my opponent is actually the person who I edged out on Breakers 2 weeks ago for the last event I won. So maybe they're trying to exact some revenge for me getting them just on Breakers. Christopher Anderson. I wonder if this is Cranderson. Probably not. That's generalizing the name too much, but we'll see. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Means a lot. Have me support. Why Lanterns or Pride Lands? Because Lantern accelerates you and Pride Lands doesn't. Pride Lands does not accelerate you. Pride Lands is a 4 mana sink that just gets eaten by a Maui. You pay 4 ink and you do nothing with it. And it dies. You have to look at Pride Lands as like flutes that you don't have to do anything to activate that your opponent will sometimes attack. And this deck wants the accelerant, not what I just described. It wants to be able to play a beast on turn 4. It wants to be able to go, turn 1 something, turn 2 lantern, turn 3 lantern plus 3 drop. Standings 3rd, I believe. Yep, 3rd place. So I'm going to be on the play for a little bit, which is nice. In these events, I've actually been on the play only one time in the 9 elimination rounds I played. I played 3 events. I top 16 all of them prior to this. And in the first one, I won, and the only time I was on the play was in the finals. The second one, I lost in the top 16, and I was on the draw. But I don't think the draw had anything to do with me losing game 3. It was just I don't know, just a run of draws. I mean, it might have been better if I was in the play, but it wouldn't have been it wasn't like the deciding factor. And last event, I was on the draw every single round, including the finals, and I won. So play draw is not as dramatic as people make it out to be. I think they just need to play better. I don't know. I 2-0'd 6 times in 9 rounds. 1-1 and 1-1. In my 2-1-1s, I don't feel like the play draw mattered very much. And the 0-2 I had was my hands were horrible. Yes, cats have rights. Cats are cute. Trying to find my opponent in Discord because the function with excuse me, the in-game function Lorcana art doesn't work for 16 op 16, I don't believe. So I'm trying to scroll all the way up to where they say what place they're in. Still waiting for just a sec. I'm asking if it's the same person from the old Star City events who used to do a lot of events back in the day. Granderson, I think he was referred to. Chris Anderson, don't know. We'll find out. I'm not going to keep their information up here, but that's what I'm doing. Consistent player, yeah. Again, there's a couple minute delay, so I'm responding to chat as I can, but I appreciate the comments. I'll respond to everything I can. Maybe in game I won't respond as much. Why is there a notification on my doors? Something drive by. Yes. Thea lets everyone start. They're waiting for us to start. How am I as the winner? Playing well, and yeah. Crying on Discord, cool, yeah. I get banned for the events I would again, maybe. That'd be cool if they like banned me by making me do commentary. That'd be cool. How am I always the winner? I don't know. I'm just playing a deck that's very powerful and robust, and this is one of those decks. Previously, I was playing like I tried like Mufasa builds, and like I'm still toying around with it, and I like it in best of 3 a bit, but I haven't figured out the right configuration to make it like actually powerful enough to feel good about it. But Dude, I swear to God, I cannot pet you right now. I'm gonna be playing in a minute. I love you so much, though. You're my favorite little thing, except for my daughter. My cat just came in here, and I hope he doesn't mess with me. Yep, dude, I know. Go lay down. My daughter's any large differences in the Pixel War meta and IRL events. I haven't seen too many IRL events, but the results kind of look similar across the board. Dude, I can't do that right now, okay? You're gonna have to go. There's no timer limit. We are encouraged to play at a certain pace, even though the timer's kind of going here. But have a Twitch up here, and I'm just waiting here because you and your partner can wait. Everyone else start. So I messaged her, just letting us know. I'll just message you back. Just hold on. Okay. Bring up another. Yeah, this would be a good one to win. Round start's not yet. I mean, I think a lot of people have, but we'll see. Go play paper or watch. I mean, you can go play paper and then also. Sorry, I would go play paper and just put me on your phone. Sorry, yeah, that would be starting by now, but thanks for hanging out. Cool seeing the production. Yeah, it is getting bigger and bigger. I'm just reading some of the stuff, sorry. I know I'm not paying attention, but does my cat also play? No, unfortunately. They are very good at napping, though. I think he left because he's mad that I'm not petting him. I have two cats, one boy, one girl. They're siblings. Couldn't split them up. Wouldn't want to. We kept the names that they were given by the people who raised them, I guess, when they're born. We got them at 3 months. So his name is Sage, and her name is Rosemary. So Sage and Rosie. And they had two other siblings, which we didn't get to see ever. They already adopted. It was Basil and Thyme. So they're a spicy family, I guess, which is kind of cute. But I try and make videos of them on TikTok, I guess. Yeah, I put some videos on TikTok of them like playing around. But yeah, gonna need some help today. Matchup, not great. Still waiting on the go-ahead to start for our match because they're gonna be featuring it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is my deck again. Hopefully it all plays out okay. I'm covering up the Surfer Stitch because I'll forget to put back my face at the top if I do this. Played some games, obviously you can see with this specific variant. I delete and try new decks over and over again. Like, I don't know, since deck update, I updated it one time, and this is the list I was playing with, and I got 10 and 14. But I've had versions where I was like 2 and 7, and like that doesn't really sway my opinion. They're just different variations of the deck, and I like to keep track of them all separately, and not have it just be like only decipherable since this, because it doesn't keep track of more than one change. Like I've tried versions with SME and stuff, but yeah, we'll see. Still waiting on the go-ahead. Apologies. They're going to have an awesome thing set up there, so if you are watching here and I get crushed, which is a possibility, then we can just go to their stream as well. So I might do like a simulcast or something, whatever it's called, where you can do it. Finally, you can type again on Twitch. Good. I guess. What caused you not to be able to? But yeah. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah. But no. My opponent, I thought it was the same person, but they're actually someone who used to play a lot of Star City events like I did for Magic the Gathering back in like 2016 or so. I think they were phasing out just as I was starting to play a lot more. So it's cool. It's cool to see someone from that game like me playing this game as well, doing well. They were also the same person who I edged out on Breakers the last event due to the misreporting on the last round. It wasn't their fault that happened. It just, the system wasn't set up to report it properly, and it was kind of unfortunate that they were in, then weren't in, but maybe they're going to get some revenge, which is cool. I like the storylines. But, yep, still waiting on their production staff since they're going to be featuring us. Still see her stream live, which is a little concerning for the wait time, but they do have a little bit of a delay usually, so maybe we'll start shortly. They're on a bigger delay than I am, by a lot. All the cat people play this game. I mean, we only got cats last year. I have a 5-year-old, and she's wanted cat. She wanted cats forever, so we surprised her when she was away with Grandma for like a couple weeks. Then when she returned, we had some cats, so I had some time to train them, which was good. They're very well trained. They don't do like tricks or anything, but they listen pretty well. And they don't scratch, they don't bite, they don't hiss. They are very, I can pet them, I can hold them, pet their tummy, and do everything there. I made sure that they were those kind of cats. On that, you only can really do that if you get them very early on, I feel like, unless you're like a professional trainer. But as someone who doesn't do that professionally, it's kind of cool just to be able to have them be our cute, cuddly kitties who like to be up on our laps and pet, and also can chill. But yep, still waiting. Just waiting on the talent, I guess, as of 5 minutes ago for me. So hopefully it's starting soon. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. If anyone has any questions, I can answer them. Hopefully soon. Hopefully the gameplay doesn't start within the time frame the delay is. But yeah, any questions I can maybe answer. I do plan on opening up some form of coaching soon, probably starting next week to get in preparation for the challenges. So that's something to look out for. I'll post it on my Twitter page, which is also at BDCandio7. Details there on how to do all that, so we'll see. But yeah, took your deck design, slimmed it to 4 or 60 cards. I went 4-1, then next days went 8 and 13. I was like, what? Oh yeah, mulligan is very crucial. It is very hard to do. I considered Simba fighting Prince of Tink in the Lantern build. Is that the 7-cost one? Yeah, I have. I don't think it's as good as the Cinderella. Mainly because I think the Baby Cinderella is kind of a staple for the deck to help sing these things. The strength of the deck is this. But yeah. Got to go ahead. Give me 1 second. Hey, Danny. Sorry, my daughter started screaming a lot, and I don't want that on here. Alright, here we go. Alright. Cross my fingers, everyone. Send me your energy. There's a Bare Necessities. And a Robin Hood and a Cindy. And a Whole New World. Those are the immediate ones I want to throw back. I don't know if I want to get rid of the Whole New World or not. There are plenty of games where it doesn't work out, but having this start where I can go Cindy into barrier ramp, then barrier ramp again, and Whole New World off the Robin Hood maybe. The whole of the game's decision is going to be if I keep both Bare Necessities or only one, or if I keep this Whole New World or not. My gut's telling me not to keep it. Either I keep these 5 or I keep these 3. Because if I throw back too many cards and find another uninkable card, that's going to be really rough on this early game plan. But I also like having Bare Necessities later in the game. I don't really want to keep a Whole New World if I don't have to. Kind of want to throw these both back. Would have hit the Robin Hood. It's fine. The only way to get all these out, which I may want to do, I might go this into this, then cast the Bare Necessities, then Ariel. Yeah, I think that's my line. I don't think I get to play the Cinderella, though. The Zeus being drawn is pretty poor. Let it go, Popsicle, okay. Rapunzel. That's an interesting one, because there's a world where I don't Whole New World and I just Zeus this and heal it with Rapunzel. So I might just still ink this card here. Let's see what they have with the Bare Necessities. It's not perfectly on curve, but I think it's pretty important. Having double discard would have been pretty nice. But I have to take the quill here. They get to ink one of these, one jump ahead, and maybe play something else out. Yeah. Do I want them to be able to kill this off? No. Yeah, they're probably going to ink the thing here. Holy heck. Ink the queen, play the one jump. So they have Maui, Shield, Gaston, Gaston. I think I want to start by questing with this. So they can't Maui, they could play another queen. The thing I want to do is maybe develop this because it lets me get 2 singers to play next turn, so that if I do hit a Whole New World, I can sing and then maybe do something else song-wise. If they play a Tala, I can kill it with a 1 cost and a strength, so maybe I do this first. Yeah. Storm is okay. How bad is it if they queen me here? It's not very bad. This is a turn where I don't care about the queen. I don't have Twitch chat up, just so you guys know. I'm not going to be able to look at the comments until between games. So I appreciate the support, everyone kind of doing this, but I'm not going to look at Twitch chat in between game or during a game at all. I know it's on a delay and advice isn't really being given, but still, just for my own sanity. I'm just going to focus on my game. Inked up Maui, so they have shield, 2 Gastons. They must have drawn Flavor Sham, yeah. So they have shield, Gaston, Gaston. Okay. Shield, Gaston, Gaston. They did not do that in case of Hole in the World happening. That makes me able to just do both these, which is kind of nice. So if I ink this, that's interesting. They're very cognizant of me being able to do something here, but they don't have a... I could start by singing this. Hopefully draw something that isn't this card to go in on. Alternatively, I can just go ink. No, I think I do this here. Interesting. Do I ink the Beast? No, ink the Rapunzel now. And I take out their Flavor Sham. Kind of punish them a little bit. Now you saw them ink a Maui. So I know they have a shield, Gaston, Gaston, 2 mystery cards. Ink. They drew their Maui last turn. That's why they inked the first one. Hoping I'd do this. Yeah. Makes sense. I think the 1-drop was pretty brutal enough to steal the play from me. I'm interested to see what they kill, but I'd imagine they killed the Robin Hood. If only because if I do want to trade and get the card anyway, I can do that. That's good. I can just take that out and play my Beast. Unless they heal. Also fine with that. It makes their Flavor Shams in the future worse. Which I know they have shield, Gaston, Gaston. Am I playing this? I think so. Or inking, I mean. Inking it for sure and just playing out this card. Hope they didn't draw Medusa. Again, they have shield, Gaston, Gaston. Inking the shield. Don't be a Medusa off the top. It's Gaston. That's okay. I kind of want to hold the world. I kind of don't. It's really rough because like we're in a position where if I can clear these things and the Gastons don't find anything too crazy, it's really good for me. And this Beast surviving turn is also nice. But I feel a little behind. Okay. Do I just play the Cinderella out? Hope there's no... Be prepared? Because I have Gaston and Mystery card. Or do I just play this out? So that afterwards... No. Okay, I think. I can't do anything with this. I can play the Queen out and hold this. They be prepared me, potentially, or the Gaston. This makes it so I can challenge something effectively. This makes it so that I use better use of my ink too. I think this is a hold my butt moment. I think I actually ink this thing. So I have something to kill a Tomato if they play that instead. Or it makes the Cinderella drawn a lot better. Or Rapunzel, I mean. I'm pretty bad against the Be Prepared off the top. Looks like they're playing our Gaston, which is nice. I'm kind of hoping they play Gaston here. Any character lets me take out both Gastons, and I really hope I draw Rapunzel. Because while I couldn't then kill it, I could use that to propel my cards forward. I don't know if keeping the Hold would have been right here or not in this hand. It might have played out to where keeping Hold would have been very good, but there's no way to know that in the early turns of the game. I also could have not drawn one of the shifters, because I kept open-ended shift lines, not an actual shift line. If I had a shift line, I would have kept it. I'm interested to see if they quest here or not. I feel like both of them are defensible, and it's hard to know if it's truly correct or not. They could also sing Let It Go. That's what they're debating here. Also an interesting debate of which one they actually want to get rid of here, the Beast or the Cinderella. I think they would get rid of the Beast, but Cinderella's a lot better if I could draw a whole new world. Let It Go is actually looking good here, oddly. Usually it doesn't feel very good for them to do it, but yeah, they're doing that. Singing one jump ahead. Interesting. Do I just clear everything? I would play this out. This would Zeus this, or this would this would go here. I would quest. Yeah, that's my line. Keep the Beast healthy. Do I actually hold the Zeus though? And just have this no. I have to be aggressive. And they need to play the queen out because of the strength needed to be powered up. They've had a lot of looks to be prepared. Yeah. That's rough. If I had Tamatoa here, I'm dead. I need to find a whole new world. Maybe not keeping it in opening was a mistake. Grammatala is not Tamatoa. So that's nice. I need to probably draw a one-cost character here into a whole new world. Or just, I guess, that. Hope they don't have Medusa or Tremaine. So they have 2 Tremaines, and they can also Dragon me now. Tremaine. Yeah, I had to commit there too. I have to whole new world. Their hand's 2 dragons. Dragon Medusa, sure. I drew both whole new worlds there. God. There's like an avenue where I could deck them, but not anymore, really. Dang it. Yeah, trying that extra whole new world's really bad. Means my whole line of being able to potentially win this game is probably gone now. I could have kept the 5 and maybe that was right. Yeah. They're not too far ahead where I can't come back. But I don't know if I can beat another dragon effect. And it's like very likely they have dragon or... Because I have to play 2 things and I can't really. Yeah. I can't win by taking anything from their hand here. There's nothing I can do with their hand, so I'm just not going to even try. These have to, like, survive somehow. They have not in the other Medusa. And that's all I can do. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, the first B prep was the rough one. The second one also. Maybe there's a weird world where this works out. I don't think it, seeing as they played on turn 4 correctly, just like not eat their thing on that turn. Yeah. So I can like ink, grab Zeus, trade. If I didn't have the other one, I could actually go for a decking plan. But I got crushed by that. It's rough. Being down a game 2 is really rough in this one. This matchup's not good. Let's just say that much. It's not good. This is why, I was considering not playing the deck, because I thought this deck would be on the rise. And the fact that there's 4 in the top 16 is really rough. I could dodge. This is the one I had to kind of win. But their opening hand was really good. It had 1 jumps. It had a lot of, it didn't have be prepared, basically. I need them to, have be prepared early and be in trouble. There's the other. Sure, they could have had another Medusa or Tremaine there. It's just the fact that I don't have access to deck them out over the course of 2 turns. Though they do have lethal in play now. And Dime can just end that, so. I can't even kill this currently. All right, here we go. Rattle off 2 there. Maybe the mulligan was wrong. His hand is not great. Ariel is a good card, and so is Benja, but I'm going first. I probably have to hold a world early, and I have to mulligan for it. And I think I need these cards in my deck not in the early turns. This matchup's complicated to where I don't know if keeping Benja is actually correct. I don't know if keeping the second Ariel is correct. It usually is, but I'm probably going to have to ink it. And I guess I needed to find potentially the second one. Or the second hold world if I don't find the first time. Now with the Benjas for mid to later. Okay, well there's a start. The question is how am I going to ink this? The grab your sword kind of sucks being in my hand, but that's fine. I'm probably going to go... probably ink this thing. I really like to just naturally draw a whole new world here. So I can go Lantern into a whole new world. Instead of having to Aerial, then wait another turn after that. I can't quest with this on turn 2 against the Queen though. Even if it allows them to 1-jump ahead. Unless I naturally draw the... no. Develop. Okay. They're low on ink or they have 2. Yeah. Interesting. So if they... yeah, I just had to pass. Okay, that's good. No 1-jump. That's good. It looks like I'm playing a fair game. They might get 1 ink off of the Fishbone Quill. And the Queen, okay. Shield, interesting. I'm just going to play the Hood in Quest. This definitely needs to find a whole new world now. I'm gonna have a chance. Even so, do I do that, or do I just quill or Benja the Fishbone Quill, and maybe don't play a whole new world game? But the fact that if we don't play a whole new world game, they've gone second, meaning they're up a card, and if they have a thing, I have to make that decision right here and right now if I'm gonna Benja them or not. Maybe I just go Lantern, Benja. I want to Lantern Benja, but then I can't quest into a Maui because then I can't aerial sing a whole world the following turn. So do I just go Lantern Benja, don't quest? Then they can Medusa me. Oh, they can't Medusa me because I'll have gotten rid of the Quill. Maybe it's okay to miss an ink here. So at least have the possibility of aerialing out. Yeah. Maybe that's okay. You know, I can't quest because I have to be able to aerial into a whole world. But if they Flavor Sham here, then I guess whole world's fine still. But it depends on if they draw with it or not. Sham, sure. They know I have 2 uninkables in my hand, or an ink and an uninkable on something I don't want to draw. I'd be surprised if they don't draw. Not drawing that instead of that, interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I could have played this early game differently. Only my mulligan decisions would have changed if I'd kept both aerials or not. I thought I'd have to ink one if I did, and I would have had to at this point. Aerial's a good threat later because it's cheap enough to where it like can be paired with a 5 and also work there. Okay. I'm just gonna do this then. Ink this. Kind of wish I'd inked it last turn if I knew that, but obviously hindsight. Be prepared, Maui, let it go, time. Interesting. Do I want to get 2 lore in or do this here? They can't get to 7, so I think I'm getting the 2 lore in. My tables have turned. I'm going aggro. I'm going to play these 2. That was a good hit. I really need another whole world to kind of put it away. Propel through this bit here. But we'll see where we're at after this turn. Meaning that these Robin Hoods have to trade off in combat for me to get to that possibility. I do have the way to take away a B prep. If they have 2, I'm in danger. This game could be good enough, but that means I still have to win a game 3 on the draw, which it's possible. The game plan we just enacted this game works out a lot better on the draw if they don't have a popsicle, or if they don't have a flavor sham, and we don't hold a world at some point, and I've just actually kept a different hand. Like if I had my game 1 hand for game 3, and they don't have a flavor sham. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just focus. Sure. Okay. No Medusa is really good. Or Tremaine. That means they're either building up for a be prepared or have that. Okay. That's fine. I can trade off with it. They might heal it up, but that doesn't do anything. I don't have a Rapunzel to get ahead on that, but we'll see what goes on here. I'm interested to see what they do. They don't quest. They don't have a be prepared in their hand. The only reason you don't quest is because they don't have a be prepared in their hand, right? Or they think they can do it anyway and they want me to use removal on it and then be prepared me. I can use this turn to develop pretty well, and I can get all my lore by shifting here. So I'm going to just play this from hand. They don't have it, okay. I'm taking the inkable card. There's only 1 inkable in the entire hand. Right, there's no other ink. Yeah. They didn't want to quest, they didn't want to make it so they had an extra card in their hand, is what it was. Shrink this, buff this. Still get my 2 lore, that's the important part. Six. I could play this out. So right now they can scar pretty well, right? They don't have the ability to play scar, actually. It looks like they're going to draw a bunch of cards. So they can scar my whole board, essentially. Which kind of sucks. So I need the Cindy in play. Do I ink the small queen? 5, 6, 7. I have an extra card in hand. I kind of have to. Because this Robin is going to die in combat, I might draw 2 cards. I need extra ink to play out a Zeus plus a 5 cost. Okay. Ink a Tamatoa. Don't B-prep me, bro. Scar is bad, but I get to at least draw a card off of this. It blows their popsicle. Because they have this is their hand. These 5 uninkables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 cards off the top. Or 3, 1 for draw step and then 2 from the Flavor Sham. They have a Tremaine too. So I have to ink this, play these 2, hope to draw in the world. Because I don't think playing both these out does anything. It lets me then play this afterwards, actually. And not have to ink when I don't really want to. So they have Tremaine, Scar, Lucky Time. If they do anything to put themselves ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 card here. They inked a Tamatoa. They have 1 mystery card at the top, which... If they just Tremaine plus 1 jump next turn, they have to ink to do that. If I play Ink Cindy, then they can... This won't kill it. Debating if I do both or not. I think I do this and Queen. Yeah, it's just rough. Drew a Quill. That turbos them into 2 spell range really fast. They could still Tremaine me here. They're 1 jumping. It's odd. What was one of the new cards? So they 1 jumped and inked not one of these cards. So this is their 4 card hand. Do I just do this and quest with the hood? Because even if they ink, they can't do both. I don't want them to be able to kill both these things at the same time. I want to keep my singers in play. I have to ink this turn and hope to really just draw Home World and that's it. Am I at that point? They can Gaston into something. If I ink this, I can just... I think I have to do this. I think I can't... I don't know. 2 big birds down. 30 cards in. Dragon off the top. I still can't tap this to do anything. Their hand is this. It's Queen, Scar, Dime, Gaston. They're inking one of them. That's interesting. They're further playing around Whole New World. So what if I just Zeus this, play Cindy? No, what if I just play Cindy and don't Zeus? I think I have to hold the Zeus. I really need to draw another whole new world. I think I'm down 2 aerials. At least down 1. No, I'm down 1. I still have 2 in my deck. And I have 3 whole new worlds. Are we getting to the point where decking matters? It kind of does. Oh, come on. Your hands are already very good. Stop. Hands are already very good. In this matchup, that's not good for me. They're debating if they want to trade their Maleficent for Robin Hood, but then they get to eat the queen with the Scar. I get what they're doing. I get that okay. Do I want to play this out this turn and go? So their hand is 3 of these 4 cards. I don't know which one they inked. I think it might have been a Gaston. Do I want to just play both these out this turn? Is that better? That's their hand. They can Gaston into something maybe. Then this gets worse if they can kill this. They can't touch this unless they Wrath the whole board. There's no way they can kill this card with this in play. There's no Medusa trades. So trying to set up for Medusa. If I quest, hit this here, play this out, and Zeus this, they can Scar both these down. Ink. They can't do anything else then. Do I kill the Quill? Or do I just play this out? I have to play this out. So let's start there. I think most of my things involve this. Alright, that's a whole new world. Do I just have to go with it? Can I wait? Stop messaging. Do I have to kill this? I'm not certain if I do this exchange here, because they can Scar, get up to 12. 7 plus 2 doesn't really get there. I think I have to kill both their things and let them Scar. Then I don't think they can kill this without Wrathing. They can't Tremaine and... Like now I'm letting them know like my hands are up. I'm kind of just all systems go for this. They're going to be very wary of decking. They're essentially 7 cards away from being decked by triple Whole New World, which every time I don't Whole New World, every turn I don't, I run the risk of drawing a second one. So that's kind of rough. They're probably going to ink, but that also lets me kind of not Whole New World if I don't have to. Shield, sure. Face down. Who knows? One of the last cards names Gaston or something like that. They're debating if they popsicle the Scar now. Sorry, Lorcana Bro is messaging me. I'm not looking at it, as you can see really quick. It's not being read. I don't want any kind of advice from anyone. They also played that matchup, or this matchup, so I don't know if they won or not. Okay. I run the risk when this play, if I do Whole New World them. I have to Whole New World them. And I can't Lantern, so it's probably Lucky Dime or Gaston. Yeah, Gaston. Alright, there's another one of these Whole New Worlds. I can go this and Stitch, and that's my line. I can't do much else, though. I really do want to kill this and protect my character against that, but they've gone down. That's the second Scar, 2 Be Prepared, 2 Mauis. Do I just develop this? Do I do that? I can't do that and kill the Scar, right? No, I can't also kill the Scar. That's fine. I think I just play out the Queen. before inking, I'd just do this. That would have been nice. I really want to develop more here, but I don't feel like I can. I almost feel like I have to ink the Tinkerbell, but that helps me trade off with this. The issue here is that they get to sing Whole New World and play Tamatoa. That's the problem I'm facing right now. Maybe I was supposed to not do this. That was maybe a mistake. Do I ink this and then not play it out into a thing? To be prep? Them getting to sing was just so horrible. I should have killed that. That was wrong. What would I have done differently if I played that? I played 2 characters and then shoot this? Maybe my plan should just be they don't have that. And if they do, I get to go like ink Beast Whole New World. I have to play this out. That might have been a mistake to let them have this card. They still have 2 B preps left, and that's just so bad if they do. Yeah, they're questing, shielding it, be prepareding, yeah, and then there's Tamatoa, yeah. That was a mistake. Do they have any Tremaines left I know of? I don't know. There's one gone, I know at least. Thanks everyone for support. Man, that was so rough. I should have just killed the thing. That was so bad. I could have played 2 characters out and just played that out. Set up for a bunch of shift lines. That was wrong. Come on. Now my plan of decking them is gone. There's some hope, because there's no dragons there. There's no Tremaine or dragon, so there's some hope. That's all I got, though. A little bit. Why did I play the Surfer out? I gotta go back and look at that. If I could have gone... So I played the Surfer, that was 7. I had 1 link to ink left over at the turn because of the Cinderella. If I just gone ink, character, could I have done... I don't know. I'm down at least, I think, 2 benders. I think I've had ink 1. What else are they doing with their turn? Making it stand upright? Because I can't use this to kill it. That second roll drum so bad. Maybe I should have just tried to kill it, because if this was their hand, they'd be prep. They couldn't have developed anything else. Yeah, that was a mistake. So I had 7 ink, 8 ink. How do I do this game? How do I win this game? I have to play this. I don't recall if they inked last turn. Just has to hit Tamatoa. That's not a bad card. And this is technically threatening lethal. But I know they have a Medusa and a Maui in their hand. They still can't kill the Cinderella. But the Gaston being in play means that any two-lore character is going to win the game for them at some point at the Gaston plus Dime here. But that means they're not clearing. Because Gaston plus Dime is 6 of their ink. Or it's a lot of their ink to where they might not be able to do everything. They're really digging for... I don't know. They get to go this plus Medusa, my Rapunzel, and then Ink Quill quest. Yeah, I'm kind of locked out because of the stupid other whole new world. I drew the second one and it was too bad. I don't know if I could have played it to where it would have worked out with the strength killing the Scar, but I should have thought about that more. Well, I can't kill these without... I can't kill this without singing something, so... I think I have multiple... grabs left. Stupid whole new world. I'm debating if I need to play the Cinderella or not. This is getting inked, I believe. If I need to hard cast or not. Yeah, I can draw Zeus then. I want to be able to bear necessities on the other hand. Zeus, strength, okay. Do I have a Bender left? I can't draw any more cards anyway, I'm thinking. Any two-lore character does it, any dragon does it, any Tamatoa does it. So Zeus, attack, just play bear. I can't play bear as well, can I? Can't even threaten lethal here. Granted, like, they would have had not enough cards to do it. Yep, I'm out. Yep. Yeah, also the Benjo would have been that too. Yep. Yep. That was rough. All good. It was close, but yeah. What can you do? We're gonna go watch. I don't want to do anything there. I inked a bench earlier. Yeah, it was awkward. I'm watching the replay there now. Is it legal to take a screen track of your opponent's hand? On Pixel War, it's not, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah, plus I'm like streaming, so like, I don't know. In paper you can't write stuff down. But
another character. So Scar right now can't be killed unless Decandio decides to play a song that
we're playing a different game than we are. We're playing a different game than we are if this was real life, so. Yeah. I would throw us over to a thing, but they're watching still in live, so let's not anyone spoil anything, please. That'd be really great if you didn't do that, because they're doing an awesome job with their production team. I wouldn't want that to happen. So if you do want to go over there, that's awesome. I will still raid, but please do not spoil anything about the game. But yeah, I'm gonna just head over there. So. Yeah, they're watching the turn I messed up here. So
It's fine bare necessities. Unfortunately for DeCandio,
yeah,
doesn't quite have enough ink available to play it.
this was the turn I messed up. So if I didn't stitch, I drew these two.
Does mean that be
I'm
prepared.
gonna mute them really quick. Instead of doing this play here where I did that, I could have alternatively played out. I played this and this. I had 8 available to me, right? 9. I potentially 9. So I should have inked Tinkerbell, played Cindy, played Beast, and then shot the Scar, maybe? That's a lot of committed resources. I already played this out, so I didn't need to do that. I could have played one of those two. So I played this and this. I could have not done that bit. I don't know. I only have one character, so if I go Beast, Queen, and shoot, maybe that's enough.
Right now, Christopher's focus should be on
Yeah.
clearing the board.
But I need to clear the scars. Is really the turn that I was looking at that game. If I had cleared the scar, then this line where they sing plus Tamatoa wouldn't have been available. And that's really where the game ended.
Nicely done. Tamatua coming onto the board. No way. Perfect combination. Is
That was
now going
rough.
to start contesting here and ramping along as he goes. That's crazy, Spessy. That's going to scare the Canio. He needs to get rid of Tamatua as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and Tamatoa, like, while it's a good card draw engine, it's a good quest.
Yeah, I was close to seeing the mill win too. Like I had up until I think this point here.
For something like a Cinderella Stout-Hearted, really love the play.
I think this was the turn.
Yep,
Yep, I do the other whole new world. That was this disaster too.
The second whole new world is drawn by the Candio, which is not what they would have liked to have seen. It's pretty much
So like the worst case scenario happened with that turn, me messing up and then getting super punished by the second whole new world.
Of decking out Christopher, because
So that was the whole disaster there. That thing.
So it's no longer possible for the Candio to play both whole new worlds here. The bare necessities is cast for 2 ink as an action. So of course now the Candio
I had a slight chance to win this from this perspective, but the whole new world being gone as now it was just too much.
Game there as well. Cinderella Stouthearted does come through with that double lantern tap.
But yeah, them getting so much ink
Very
here.
nice card, though. Having that be the only card on the board is very scary since Lady Tremaine can very easily.
I'm trying to go through the
get rid of
game.
it, So, oof, they can't.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Go watch their stream. I'm gonna send one over there for rating purposes. So hope you guys enjoy all the stuff that's going on there. It's gonna be a great event. This is the matchup that if you are playing Steel Song, that it is very bad for you. As you can see, I might have made a mistake. I don't know if that would have cost me the game. It would have been a different game to play out there if I can go back and exactly look at what happened, how it played out. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out and watch some stuff and do some stuff at home. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll put this up on YouTube. But yeah, let's talk about note taking. Oh, paper. Yeah, I mean online you can't stop anyone, and everyone can do it. So whatever. But whatever. Yeah. All right. See you.
And you're gonna have to use some of your songs. Now, I do think Decanio has enough to do it. You have Let the Storm Rage on there for 2 extra damage, and then you have Strength of a Raging Fire. Now, not really what you want to be playing, but honestly might be your only option at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the problem is, even if you remove the Tamatoa, it's not going to take long for another threat like a Gaston to come down. And with the Dime, you can play Gaston, same turn, tap the Dime, which is just 3 law instantly before DeCandio can even attempt to answer anything. We do see the Cinderella challenging the Tamatoa. Rapunzel going to be healing this Cinderella back up for a bit of card draw for DeCandio, looking for some more removal. Of course, Strength of a Raging Fire will do it anyway, if necessary. But yeah, as mentioned now, Christopher just going to be able to go Gaston, tap the dime, and suddenly that's 3 lore instantly. A very, very nice play from DeCandio, but with the dime on the board, DeCandio needs to try and win this game very, very quickly indeed.
And you're right, Spessy, if Christopher plays Gaston here and uses the lucky dime, that's gonna be a lot of points. That's an extra 3 lore right off the bat, and he's able to consistently just do that, even if DeCandio gets rid of the card every single time. Now, his biggest fear here is if he isn't able to win immediately, can DeCandio manage to win within the next turn? Now, you see Cinderella as well as Rapunzel and Robin Hood is gonna give DeCandio 6 lore. Not enough to take it though. So
unless a Robin Hood shift was to come through, Tia, that could get across the line, and Christopher is respecting that with the Medusa removing Rapunzel, just ensuring that there's no opportunity for DeCandio to sneak a win through this turn. Christopher in a completely dominant position. The Robin Hood could have changed that, but with that Rapunzel being removed, suddenly Christopher is looking like they've secured the win here, even if that Robin Hood shift is found by DeCandio.
Hurts to see, Spessy. It hurts to see. Some giants fall at the end of the day, and DeCandio, even though he's a very good player, is not favored in this matchup, and Christopher is showing us how it is done. So it seems quite impossible here for DeCandio to take it. I mean, really, Cinderella is not going to cut it here. She can, of course, attack cards that are ready if a song is played, but that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, also worth noting that Christopher currently at 16 cards, so has managed to play around the mill threat DeCandio could be proposing, right? We know, because of our observer client, that DeCandio has both Whole New Worlds in hand, but Christopher does not know this, so for all they know, it's very possible DeCandio goes Whole New World into another Whole New World, but Christopher has played around that, because if another Whole New World was to be sung here, Christopher would be at 2 cards remaining in deck, which would still be enough for them to win the game and not lose to being decked out. So very well done by Christopher, just making sure not to overdraw here and end up potentially being milled by DeCandio. DeCandio does go for the Whole New World, looking for a miracle. Unfortunately, doesn't find it.
DeCandio was able to win with enough lore. It's simply impossible. If DeCandio ends up board wiping, Christopher can still play a card like Lady Tremaine and then just use the lucky dime to get the lore from Lady Tremaine, which would put him at 20 points. So unfortunately, if DeCandio got Benja, potentially he could get rid of the lucky dime. That would help, and then clearing the board with songs as well as Cinderella. But right now he does not seem to have the necessary cards here. Is definitely looking at every available option at his disposal, trying his best here. Will it be enough? I don't think so, Spessy.
Yeah, it seems unlikely. I mean, this is the problem, right? The longer the game goes on, any deck is going to struggle against